Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Man United Agenda. And it's Friday, so you know what that means. It is a preview show. And how to start the preview and start our weekend? It's going to be Manchester United versus Arsenal. So, guys, make sure you stay tuned in. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Man United Agenda. And we are blessed with guests. That's how it goes today. Blessed with guests. As always, I'm solo. I'm joined with my co-host, as always, Omundi. Sir, how are we doing?
Yeah, delighted to be here. It's a big week for Premiership, 2 games in a week. And we've already taken out Leicester. Now we've got a big struggle against Arsenal, who are flying high, 5 out of 5, top of the table. And it's great to have Canners here and Stephen Fleetley as well. So let's do this.
Hello. And as always, Brush, sir. It seems like a Friday regular now, isn't it? Friday, let's get Brush. Brush has got clear his diary just for the agenda for Friday, isn't it?
It's a pleasure to be on here.
Absolutely brilliant having you on as always, sir. And from the Armory TV, part of the agenda, sisters, brothers, whatever you want to call it, the family, Canners, welcome back, sir.
Thank you for having me, man. It's yeah, I'm ready for this evening. I can't wait. I can't wait for you guys. Come on, bring it.
Oh dear. And Stephen, pleasure, sir. Probably not a lot of people see Stephen on the channel, but when we first started off, he's probably one of the first channels to recognize us and give us some support and everything. And he's been supporting us ever since. So Stephen, sir, I think this is your second debut on the channel. Welcome back.
Hey, mate, it's been a while, but yeah, always supporting you guys and big up to all of you.
Excellent. So guys, when we kick starting the show, you know, we all do our introduction on the agenda. You guys know how it goes, but we'd like to get you guys involved in the comment as well. We've got a poll out, and at the moment, the poll is which team will win on the weekend. And so far, we've had 10 votes, 73% saying United, 10 votes now, and 69% saying United, 12% Arsenal, and 9% saying it's a draw. So you obviously see the different levels of from last season to this season, a lot more confidence within the Man United community. This time last year, you asked me on a Monday, do you think we would win? And the answer would have been no. This now is a case of we stand a chance. So let's go to the first point of call, and we're going to talk about best Arsenal, best Man United game ever. So let's kickstart with, we always do this as well. So let's kickstart with the guests first, and let's go to Canners. Canners, we've done this quite a few times on the channel. Your best United game and your worst, best and worst.
We're just talking at Old Trafford, yeah?
Old Trafford, and well, yeah, let's go Old Trafford.
It has to be where we won the league. I mean, come on. You can't.
Which time, Canners? Are we talking Overmars or are we talking Wilton?
Oh!
Which one do you want?
Which one do you want?
Neither. I'd rather talk about 6-1 Dwight York.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Listen, we won the league at your ground, so we'll take that. So we take the Wilton. We'll take that one. Yeah, lovely game that was. We even had no Henry. We came with a scratch team that they all we had to do was just get the victory at as they call it, the Theatre of Dreams. But yeah, we did it. We won the league that year. It was great, and yeah, that was probably one of my fondest games and memories of Arsenal versus United. Really, come on, man, winning the league and having a little kind of knees up at your gaff. Come on, man. I'd love to know how quickly you guys got out of that ground that night. That must have been a record, proper 70,000 Usain Bolts, man. Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Stephen, yours?
Well, I have to agree with Canners. To be fair. But if I was going to go for one at Highbury, it'd be one where I think Henry made Barthez look like a complete idiot. I think it's Carlin, which it could be the one where he launched it into the top bins, or it could be the one on the turnays, or it could be the one where he literally made him look like an idiot twice. In I think it was a Carling Cup game. I think he wouldn't 1-0 up in that game as well. So so good memories, but it hasn't been quite as good since. But there's still good results there. There's still good results there.
Monday. Sorry, let's go Brush first. Brush, you're memorable because I can see loads of these ones that people are putting out, like the 8-2, the 2-0. I can see a lot of them there about United.
Yeah, so many great battles between the two teams, especially during the Fergie Wenger era. For me, that 6-1 sticks out. Obviously, they came with Henry, but nobody else. They had like Luzhny and Stefanov in defence. Dwight York was sort of on the decline at that time, but still good enough to grab a hat-trick on the day. So that one sticks out. At Highbury, there was a 2-2 draw in the 02-03 season. It's special to me because it was on my birthday. And that season, we clawed back from being about 8 points behind them in the league to clinch the title, and got a vital point in that day.
Yeah.
Let's go to Monday. That was a good game. That was a good game.
We should have won that. You guys had a goal that was offside.
Hey, hey! You shouldn't have the penalty when we were 49 games. VAR would have overturned that today, innit?
Yeah.
On Monday.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of people in the comments. I think the best win has to be the FA Cup semi-final when we were down to 10 men and the Giggs goal. But the Beckham goal was awesome as well, I think. Arsenal weren't playing that season. If they would have won, who knows, they could have gone on to win the league. It was on a knife edge, wasn't it? It was really fantastic game. Anyone who watched that live will never forget that. And
do you know what, Omundi? I'll big you up for that one because that 99 semi-final game, I have to say, it had everything. Yeah. That game. I know we lost,
it did.
But that game had absolutely everything. You know, from like great goals, from a sending off, a red card, a penalty. And then the last kind of, a great goal to win the game. To be fair, as much as I hated that, the result, the game had everything from, your highs and lows. And that was for everything.
We look back, Canners, and we say, we're both winners. It's great. It's great sides.
Football's the winner.
Yeah, football is the winner. Yeah, we have to. I mean, it'd be coming like that. I think that was just a great match. Yeah. And it was for us, obviously, we won it and we went to win the treble. But prior to that, you won the league the season before. So it was like back and forth, bob and weave. And you came back stronger as well because obviously you had the invincible season and you got to a Champions League final. So Arsenal Football Club during that era, that window of success was probably the best Arsenal Football Club that I've ever seen, or probably the best Arsenal Football Club that there's ever been. And for me, going to Highbury was always a scary proposition. Because it was so enclosed, it was like heated. It was, it was a nightmare to go there and get a win. I felt at times, and we did get a couple of good wins there as well. But we did also get some licks. But coming to Old Trafford, I do agree, like Cannon said as well. The two results, Wiltord over Mars, that was something special from Arsenal, and you have to give them praise.
For
me, go on.
Sorry, I was saying the one I would say is that that was. This is not. You can look at the Liverpool-Man City rivalry; it's too nice. Right, the Man United Arsenal rivalry between Fergie, they respect each other, but they hated each other at the same time. And Roy Keane hated Bashford Vieira. Right, every single player that played for Man United hated every single player that played for Arsenal, and so vice versa. Yeah. So that's what's rivalry.
With those two teams in that era, you had battles all over the pitch. From the two managers to as you said, Keane and Vieira. It was basically whoever won that battle was pretty much then going to win the game. Out of Keane and Vieira, and it was just it good times, man. Good times.
Yeah, and that's the thing for me. I think both teams, basically over the course of when Wenger first came in, I remember him wearing his anorak and basically getting slaughtered by the media. This little skinny guy with glasses, who is he? No one knew who he was, and he turned around to probably transition English football. But obviously, you had Ferguson there, and he went out, and obviously he built a team season after season. And looking at it, when Ferguson and Wenger both retired, it's basically brought an end to what we call rivalry when it comes to football. Like what Stephen Tudor says there, the rivalry now in football is too nice. Like you go away with England or your country and stuff like that, you sit around the table. Back in the days, you didn't sit around the table. You basically, sit there with your club mates and that was it. If you have to sit on your own, if you only get called up for England, you're the only one, you're sitting on your own. You ain't going to sit there with Steven Gerrard. You ain't going to sit there with the rest of the guys because that's how much it means. But now it's a bit softer, football is. But listen, guys, there's loads of comments in here. We're going to go through some of them. So, guys, if you're new to the channel, give us a like. There's 20 in the chat at the moment. So, Omundi, would you mind going through some for me, please?
Okay, want to say hi to Vincent. He's saying hi, guys. Want to say hi to Tony. How you doing, Tony? He's saying good luck, Canners. This should be fun.
My armory brother.
Gopal is here as well, saying good evening, lads. Stuart, our resident man who goes to all the games. Stuart Marshall.
Sorry, can I say Stuart Marshall as well and Vincent? Both check the Facebook group that we're in. I've just added you guys as moderator, as admin or something like that of it. So check it out, please.
So Gavin Ward saying happy Friday, peeps. Want to say hi to Emma as well, Emma K. Silver Fox again is saying this ain't fair on Canners, 4 against 1.
Oh, that's free against 2. So what we got this though, haven't we?
I think that Stephen doesn't. I think that's a dig at Stephen. He's ribbing you. Matthew
I could get a sauce.
Robbie Norman saying hi as well. Paddy's here as well. So definitely a win on Sunday. They got injuries. Yeah, we will come to that. That's a big factor, I believe. And we're going to results. So Gopal saying 8-2 result. We've got the 2-0 to knock 49 and all out for Arsenal when we did cheat for Rooney's dive. Rio mentioned that the other day.
Doing the hurdles.
8-2. Rooney, Robbie Norman saying Rooney breaking the run with a dive for the penalty. I agree, same page. Vincent saying he take that lovely one. Van Nistelrooy scored against you. Dale Giffords is here saying Van Persie, guard of honour.
That was it.
Robbie Norman is saying Flex TV with the Arsenal jersey on. Sorry, Canners. Box is saying 2-1, 2009-10. The RB own goal winner of Wenger sent off. I don't recall that one.
Yeah, that's when SHAH scored I think from 25 yards that game. We went 1-0 up in that game, I think.
I think Wenger. What happened was it was an offside goal, and Wenger kicked the bottle, and that's where he got sent off.
He got sent off,
and he's like that.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Matthew Bassett saying the 4-2 with O'Shea with the chip.
That chip, beautiful.
Obviously, now we're getting to the nitty-gritty in the semi-final in '99. That was special, says Stuart. Paddy saying 235 matches played, 85 to Arsenal, 100 to Man U. Read and weep over that, he's saying. And Vincent saying, since 2011, I've been to every Arsenal game at Old Trafford. I've never been to a why every time. I don't get that. I try and get a ticket. I get shafted big time. So he's been to a lot of Arsenal games since 2011. Want to say hi to SHAH United, one of the Man United agenda. Bill Baggio's in the house as well. He's predicting score lines. Want to say hi to a special guy from the Army TV. That'd be Brendan. Brendan all school together, and he's big respect to you, Brendan. And he's saying only 5 top flight league wins at United in 32 years, and that's a lot.
Big wins there.
His mobs in the house as well. So a lot of people are tuning in.
And remember, guys, there is a poll up at the moment. We'll check it out in a minute and tell you guys how many votes we've got for who's voting Man United, who's voting Arsenal. I can give you that now. So let's have a look at it. I've got to keep an eye on everything at the moment. But what we're going to do now, 77% of people, 30 votes, 77% of people saying United, 10% saying Arsenal, 13% saying it's a draw. So, yeah, I think, to be honest with you, it's a lot of confidence at the moment after the signing and after the last 2 games as well. But we take 1 game at that time anyway. But, guys, we're going to go on now. We're going to talk about Arsenal threats. So, we're going to start with Brush. Brush, let's go to we'll go to you then. We'll go to Omundi. Threats. What threats do you think Arsenal? What player we need to really and truly pay attention to for Arsenal coming up with this?
It's got to be their main man and main summer signing, Gabriel Jesus. He's capable of causing an absolute nuisance, and yeah, he's the main threat I'm worried about. It's also worrying now that Martin Odegaard has decided to add goals to his game. Like before, there was no end product, but now, you know, he's converting those chances as well. So that's a worry. Martinelli's looked good this season. Saka's been the slow starter. So yeah, so those are the three that I'm worried about. It's probably Martinelli, Jesus, and Odegaard. But yeah, again, Saka's a good player. Like, you know, he may start to come into his own. I just hope that we can give them one or two things to worry about as well. Because as good as they've been, and they've showed great character in some of the victories, it's not been pretty. Scrappy goals, some of them. So I do think, you know, we can get at them.
Yeah. And again, I'm going to go to Omundi next, but I do agree with you with sort of those three players you've got to keep an eye out for. I'm surprised I put Odegaard in my fantasy team and then I pulled him out again. I'm a bit annoyed and upset at myself. But Omundi, what sort of threats and who do you think? Do you agree with Brush, or is there other people you're looking at? And don't say Ben White. I'm joking, by the way, guys.
I'm really looking forward to it. There's battles all over the pitch. The main battle for me would be our fullbacks up against Martinelli and Saka. I think that's going to be interesting, especially the way we've been playing the last couple of games. Our fullbacks have been on it. We've had an attitude adjustment from Dalot. He's very aggressive now. He's got 3 yellow cards in 3 games, which is not a negative thing. It's a positive thing, which suggests to me he's getting touch tight and not allowing people to turn and say, you play that way and I'm going to pin you here and you ain't going to be able to turn or do anything on me. If you try it, I'm going to come through you like that. I'm really impressed by Dalot, and we know Malacia in a short time he's been at the club, that's his game. It'll be an interesting battle to see how he puts his hand on Saka's hip and says, you ain't going nowhere, bruv. And if you want to go down the line, I'm going to run with you. And if you try to get a yard on me, I'm going to clap the ball. It's going to be really interesting. I think that's Arsenal is such an expansive team. We do need to sort of cut them out in those wide areas as well. And I think they will fall into our trap eventually. As the game pans out, I think it's going to be a good win for us. But I think those two players, especially the wide guys who play for Arsenal, are really effective. And I think Martinelli's been on fire this season. I did write him off. I thought he was a bit injury prone. I thought he wasn't really going to turn it over. But at the moment, he's looking dynamic. But after what we did to Barnes the other day, Dalot did to Barnes, I'm really enthusiastic about this battle. I think we can win it.
Yeah, and let's go to Stephen. Stephen, sort of, who will be your standout player for Arsenal up against Manchester United? Not one, you can name a few if you like, but
I'll agree with Omundi about Martinelli. Martinelli's been on fire. Jesus has. I had some concerns about the amount of goals he could get, but he's been an absolute gem when he's signed. I am worried that the fact that Ramsdale's a doubt, same as Odegaard. So if we're missing them two players, I've got a feeling also that Odegaard, it might be a game that he might end up isolated, and might be ineffective. But Ramsdale is definitely the one worry I'm worried about. To be fair, we know Zinchenko's out, we know Partey's out, so we're already weakened in midfield. But then again, like, you could look at the transfer window, and that's where we needed a midfielder for the transfer window, because you could see we needed a midfielder, especially for this game coming up. The Congo and Xhaka are just not going to cut it, to be honest. And with Casemiro in there, like, the only thing I can worry about is that Casemiro's not completely learned the Man United system yet, but it doesn't matter. He's still one of the best DMs in the world, and he would have Granit Xhaka and
Sambi.
Sambi, yeah, he'll have him on toast. So, and that's where I think the game could be won.
Yeah, and let's go to Canners now. Obviously, we just Stephen just said, so Odegaard and Ramsdale, they are being assessed now, and Zinchenko isn't in training as well.
Yeah, I know that Zinchenko and any party all out.
Wow.
The guys that are going to be assessed will be Odegaard and Ramsdale. I think, but Ramsdale more than Odegaard would be that I'm not ready to see Matt Turner in goal yet. But there's a player basically who isn't a new signing, but is like a new signing, and he is absolutely immense for us, right? And I've been lucky enough. I've got a season ticket now, so I'm at the Emirates now. I'm going, and it's see this guy in the flesh. He's an absolute William Saliba. Listen, this kid. Oh my God, I can't speak highly enough of him. Right. I watched him against Ollie Watkins. I just thought to myself, okay, Ollie Watkins is going to stretch you back. Okay, he's fast. And just a few days prior, he had a bit of a battle with Mitrovic. Two different types of battles. He came through those with flying colours. Not only that, the fact this guy, his positioning, his calmness, his pace. This guy's a Rolls Royce of a player. And I think him against whoever's going to be up front for you guys, be it Rashford, be it Ronaldo, whatever. Defense is the one area which I'm so comfortable with. I just think he's a big player. He's going to be a big player for us. And as I said, he's not a new signing, but it's like a new signing for us. The kids are French international already. And he was Ligue 1 Young Player of the Year. Listen, playing against the likes of Mbappe, etc.
He's not even at his peak yet.
The talent that France have got is ridiculous. The fact that they've got him and Fofana waiting in the wings.
Oh, yeah, France have got it good. But to tell you the truth, the thing is, with him at the back with Gabriel, Gabriel now for us looks like the weak link. That's how good Saliba is.
I'll tell you what, Canners, what was testament to Saliba, even the way you guys reacted after he scored that own goal.
Oh, yeah.
Cheering him on, and he actually had a good game besides the own goal. So
that's one of those things that I think we saw it go, we saw it happen, and we could see that it was going to happen. It was just one of those ones, and I think it will be the same case if it was one of your players who's young, who's come in for their first games. I think your fans would react in the same way as well. They would pick him up because everyone wants to, every fan wants to see a young player come in and take it by the scruff of the neck and take in a blaze of glory and stuff. That's what you want to see. There's nothing better than a young player coming through having good games. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's basically what went round at the Emirates. Do you know what? You haven't put a foot wrong, and that can happen to anyone. It was a great ball that went in, and he had to get something on it.
Sorry,
I just want to say, I know Canners for a long time, and he was a great footballer. And for him to do
thank you. Hey, listen, Omundi, man, I love you, man. The check's in the post, by the way.
All right. You don't have to return the compliment. Anyway, he was a great footballer and he was a great striker as well. And for him to do the eye test and actually go to games and watch Saliba and come back with that sort of assessment, I think that's all I need to hear. I've seen him on TV. I've seen how composed he looks. But yeah, that was one.
He's a giant as well. He's 6'4" and he's built and he's so fast.
This reminds me of Sol Campbell, to be fair.
Yeah, and dare I say it, and I don't want to say it, but the modern day, I guess one of the best centre backs that we've got, probably the best centre back we've got in the Premiership over the last 3 years has been Van Dijk, and he's that type of player. He's cool, he's quick when he needs to be quick, he's unruffled, and his ball retention and picking the right pass as well.
Is he vocal? Who's leading the line?
That's Gabriel.
Okay.
To be fair, Ramsdale, Gabriel, and White are the most vocal. I can hear them all the time, just shouting, barking orders, where to it. And it's a good thing, actually. He's a young kid coming in, though, so it's going to be expected. I would have loved to have had Partey and Zinchenko playing against you lot. I would have loved it, you know what I mean? Because I would have said, if you don't get a draw, you're lucky.
That's how confident. Guys, 28 in the chat. Please make sure you are hitting that subscribe button and also hitting that like button, and get involved in the poll as well, guys, out there. 47 votes and 70% saying United will win this game, 13% Arsenal, draw 17%. So Amanda, did I went to you, didn't I? I have gone to you, haven't I? About Arsenal threats. So yeah. So now we're going to be talking about, we're going to go to Brush and kickstart with Brush, and we're going to be talking about Manchester United.
Right. So again, this is an area that concerns me. Is up top. Defensively, we look sound now. There's good understanding between the back five, especially the back four. You see it now. You know, they're all high-fiving each other. They're all communicating effectively and whatnot. Up front, it's not looking great. I'm not a fan of Rashford up top. He was missing largely yesterday, apart from for the goal contribution. So that could potentially be an area of concern. Ronaldo did come on, and he looked to be getting involved. So if he starts or not, I don't know, because you need to really be testing the centre backs, and Rashford isn't really the guy for that.
Quick one. Yeah, we are going to read the comments. We just want to go around this one, and then we're going to go straight into the comments afterwards. So just bear with us a minute, please. Yeah. Sorry, Brush.
Yeah. So yeah, that's basically it, man. Sancho, again, he had a good performance yesterday. Well, he scored the goal, but yeah, there's moments where he goes missing. We need to get him into the right areas. He's not the kind of player that's going to just beat you for pace and go around you. You need to get him in the right positions, right pockets, to see the best of him.
Yeah. On Monday, threats for United. Who you're going to be tipped?
Now, look, me and Bath Time do the eye test show. That's every Tuesday, 10 p.m. on the Man United agenda. Just want to plug that out there. And the threat to Arsenal and the threat coming from Man United is the system, which all stems from the manager. I think we're set up beautifully at the moment to sort of absorb anything Arsenal bring to us and hit them on the counter press and really hurt them in 2-3 passes. As we saw the other day against Leicester, they played a long ball into the fullback. Something that would have killed us against Brighton or Brentford a few weeks ago. We've adapted, we've evolved, and suddenly brought it down, passed it to Bruno, who's in space. Rashford made a lovely darting run into a space that had been opened up by the counter press, and suddenly we're in on goal, and Jadon Sancho finishes dinner. So I think Arsenal, who like to play football, expansive game, are going to get into a bit of a pickle when they try to come up against us and try and break us down. And suddenly, in 2-3 passes, we could be in on goal. And that's why I think Rashford, with his pace, has been really good lately. And so I think the system is what's really going to hurt Arsenal, not the individual players. Whoever the manager decides to put out there, we are set up to absorb anything, whether we're sitting low in a low block. Doesn't matter about, I've heard a lot of Arsenal fans, especially lately, talk to me about percentage. Oh, you didn't play well against Leicester because they had more shots than you. Oh, they had more percentage than you. But the thing is, we are in control. We are in absolute control when we're doing all this kind of thing. So whether we're in a low block, whether we're in a mid block, whether we're playing high up, we are in control. We know exactly what we're doing now, and we're starting to come together. So with the players, the additions, we're playing at home as well with that 12th man, with the excitement of the fans as well. They will be getting behind the players. If there's good atmosphere right now, I just think we refuse to lose, and the system will trump Arsenal system. Even though they play a lovely, beautiful game on the eye, it's the system will trump their football play.
Okay, let's go to Stephen.
I think
Man United threats.
Best thing you've done is take Maguire out of your defence.
Yeah,
straight away.
On Monday, fight talk.
I'm sorry. But look at it. You take Maguire out of that defence, and all of a sudden, they can defend. For beforehand, you were struggling to get anywhere in terms of your defence, and it was getting carved open so easily. But the midfield, the defence you've got in there now looks so much stronger and more solid. So it's going to be a lot more difficult for Arsenal to break that down. But the main threat is Casemiro. Like, Casemiro is going to be the main threat. I just said it earlier. It's the midfield battle that will probably dictate this game for me. And with Casemiro in that midfield role, you could put Granit Xhaka and Lokonga there. They're not going to know what's going to hit them. I'm sorry, but as much as I want to give Lokonga the benefit of the doubt, he's still young, and Casemiro is just going to absolutely have them on strings, and that is where the game for me will be decided.
Kenneth, where do you think United threats will be?
I'm going by where we are weakest, and that is probably in the middle of the park, midfield. So, I agree there with my man. I think that's where we're weakest. I did see a comment there saying that it's from Gavin saying that our fullbacks are a weak link. Shit, I have no idea. We got Tierney and we got either Tomiyasu or Ben White, and one-on-one, all three of those in the fullback area are very good one-on-one, with lots of pace as well. So I'm confused by what he's saying there. But anyway, going on to your threats. Listen, I'm not going to get it wrong. Confidence is a huge thing in football, and Sancho is 2 out of 2 in his last couple of games. So no doubt his confidence is up. He could be at the moment someone who's playing off that. And the thing is that he could be a problem. I can't see him skinning either our fullbacks. Especially if Tomiyasu one-on-one is probably one of the best defenders in the Premiership. One-on-one, never really seen anyone give him trouble, or give him a bad time. So it will be kind of interesting to see how your wingers do, because that's where I think your threat will come from. But as I say, a lot of games are won and lost in the midfield, and at the moment your midfield is that little bit stronger with Fernandes, Fred, and Casemiro possibly being the three, which will up against, which at the moment looks like Xhaka, Sambi Lokonga, and if he's not fit, ESR or Vieira.
I think ESR.
It probably could be. I'd like to see Vieira play, but it's about. Hey, it's not the game to bring him in for his debut. Sambi, as good a game as he did have against Fulham at the weekend, playing at Old Trafford is going to be a huge test for him. So your guys, Casemiro, Fernandes, and Fred. I think those guys will probably, that won't be good. That won't be good.
So on Monday you said you trust what Trevor said. Did you hear him mention Fred's name? Yeah.
Not everyone's perfect.
So Mundi's still better than me saying that Maguire's better out of the team.
Oh god. Yeah. But guys, if you're watching, 36 in the chat at the moment, just give us a like, share, and subscribe. If you are new to the channel, just give us it. We almost we are on the road to 2.5k subscribers at the moment. Player for me is the player that's getting a lot of criticism at the moment, and he's our vice captain. And over the last 2 games, I believe he's put in such a good performance. Nothing would love me to see him get a goal against Arsenal on Sunday, and that is Bruno Fernandes. I think he's getting far too much stick from the United fan base. And also, I think he does get quite a lot of stick for his antics. I'm one of those people who do give him a lot of stick for it. But I've got to say, since he's been having that captain armband, he's basically changed his game and changed exactly how he's playing it as well, and he's been a leader on the pitch, and that's key and important as well for us. So Amanda, would you mind, we've been requested to do comments ages ago, so we are going to do some comments now.
So Stuart Marshall saying Martinez will have Jesus for breakfast. I want to say hi to Just Telling. You're in the house. Haven't met you
Big
before,
up.
but welcome to the Man United agenda.
Welcome to the
Because
channel.
I think Ronaldo should play.
Actually, I hope he doesn't play. No, I'm serious.
Paddy's saying Delo is the weak link.
Oh, Paddy, come on, man.
Had the last play for well for me.
Odegaard will get munched in the first 5 minutes by one of our big boy midfielders, but there's a doubt that Odegaard's playing. Box is saying Delo is the strong link. Stuart Marshall saying Ronaldo should start. He loves scoring against them. I want to say hi to Andy Herbert, who's an Arsenal fan. He says, big up, lads. Hope you're well. 75% says Man United will win. Surely that's wrong. Ben White is shite. Well,
He's an Arsenal fan. He's an Arsenal fan.
There you go. We'll say hi to the legend. How you doing, man? He says,
Big
I
up.
think this is going to be a reality check for Man U. I can see 4-0 to Arsenal quite easily. Dallo has passed the eye test. Another plug for our show on Tuesday night, 10 p.m. Be there. From Box. Emma K is saying Dello's been good. Give him some credit. Box 100%. Is saying, I see Dello as the next to Netti. Just Telling is saying Ronaldo forward, Antony on the left and Sancho on the right.
Oh,
Bruno
my God.
is behind them. That sounds tasty. Just Telling again saying Ronaldo's focused on the World Cup this season. Champions League, he may have wanted to skip. Robbie Norman's in the house. He's saying big respect to the Arsenal lads coming on. Great to see good debate from rival fans. That's a lovely comment. So fair play.
Up,
we've got Pyro Destiny in the house as well. He says big up to the lads. He's saying Arsenal are going to win 3-0 easy. Anwar is saying Pro Destiny, you're not playing Bottle Half Football Club. Arsenal unbeaten run will come to an end. Arsenal fans behave like the elephant on top of a tree. Which obviously that means they're going to tumble. Or I would say like some dancers at Notting Hill Carnival on top of it.
On the bus stop.
Yeah. Anyway, Paddy's saying agree on Rashford against Leicester, and Anonymous the same against Southampton. So Paddy's not happy with Rashford. Yeah, big up the eye test. Did I tell you about the eye test? Anyway, Fox is saying Rashford needs to work one-on-one with Benedict McCarthy. Benny McCarthy, he's our striker coach at the moment. Anwar saying, don't blame the manager for benching Ronaldo. You can clearly see that we're better without him. He's old and he can't manage speedy games. Gavin Ward saying fullback position for Arsenal is their weakest link. It will be interesting to see how Antony and Sancho get to them. This is what Trevor was really upset about earlier.
I wasn't upset.
You bit. You called out the name. You said Gavin as well. So Just Telling saying Rashford should go Manchester United. Don't need him. So he's basically saying Rashford should leave. Stuart Marshall saying looking forward to Anthony. Can't see him starting though. Bartholomew saying I agree. Stuart comes on for the last 20 minutes for him. Box is saying Arsenal will fail against the rest defence. If you don't know what rest defence is, tune in on Tuesday
to the eye test.
The eye test. Paddy saying an Arsenal fan talking sense. I think he talks to. I did.
Wait, either of us.
Both of them.
Maguire's a big threat. If he plays, we lose. Funny. That's a good one. Bartholomew saying Casemiro and McTominay stomping around like T-Rexes would be amazing. I want to say hi to Liverpool fan Ola Kunle. Hope you're doing well. United are going to win a league. They managed to win 3 games in a row for the first time since December. It's United's year. Yeah. Casemiro says Paddy. McTominay, no. Again, 1 game and everyone's getting carried away about him. Vincent is saying, I can see Maguire put his arm around Arteta and let me play and say, you can have him. 99p guaranteed victories for Man United. And there's a couple more funny ones, but I haven't picked them out yet. But keep them coming, guys. Some really good comments. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, guys. 32 in the chat. If you're new to the channel, just give us a like, share, and a subscribe. We are on the road, as I said, to 2.5k subscriber. Also, I am going to plug another show, and it's called the Friday Night Takeaway, and it will be featuring Mr. B, as always, with TalkMU, Don P, Matthew Bassett, and Stoney, and they will be talking about the transfers, whether or not Man United transfer, what we've done over the season, transfer window, was it whether or not it's good or not, and also talk about Tottenham transfer dealing as well and Liverpool as well. So guys, make sure you tune into that at 10 o'clock as well. Split it out. So we are going to do a solo 11 in a second, so just make sure you guys get your 1 to 11 in, but it's not combined 11, it's just a Man United 11. Just have your 11 out. If you're an Arsenal fan, whoever you support, just get it out. Man United fan, do it. And Fred will definitely get in the midfield of Arsenal any day of the week. And Stephen and Canners, just have your Arsenal 11 as well, and then we're going to go through them. Yeah. So, guys, as I say, if you're new to the channel, give us a like, share, and subscribe. And on Monday, we are going to go through some of these quotations. So, for the first time, I think I've been really fair on this channel. And what we're going to do is we're going to read out the Arteta quote first.
So this is Arteta, Arsenal boss Arteta, and a quote from him. He said, "We go to Manchester United full of confidence." Arsenal boss Arteta says they're going to Manchester United full of confidence. He repeats it again. He said it twice. Arteta insists they won't be intimidated going to Old Trafford. He said it's a test every single week in the Premier League. We will see it in any game played this weekend, and don't expect anything different. We've won away before, and we have to do it again, and believe we're capable of going there, playing our way, and winning the match. I don't think it's an issue. On Arsenal's winning run, Arteta said the feeling and energy around the club is good. The way the team is playing and performing, the icing on the cake is winning football matches. We have to continue to do that. Keep doing simple things right and keep playing well.
Brilliant. So now we are going to just ask the Arsenal boys and Brush. Amanda, we'll skip this one and then we will do the next one. So let's go to the Arsenal guys. You guys just talk freely as much as you want. What do you make of his quote about obviously going to Old Trafford, just about being confident?
This ain't any other game. I don't know why he's saying this. This is just any other game, any other test. This is not any other game. Not for me, anyway. Right? This is Old Trafford. This is probably the best club in English football. This is the biggest club in English football. Right?
Thank you. Tell Olakunde that.
Mate, I'm not getting involved.
Liverpool probably pips you there, just.
Mate, I'm not getting involved in that debate. Like, not tonight. So it's not any other game, and plus, some of the things I have seen in the performances, we've played well, but there've been the same mistakes that we've seen last season. So him writing it off, saying that we'd be playing well, good, and we're icing on the cake and there's nothing wrong, is not exactly what I'm seeing on the pitch. On the pitch, I still see the lapses in concentration, especially in the midfield. And it's probably because we have a weak midfield right now. So I know Xhaka doesn't keep those levels of concentration up. You can't expect the Congo to cover it for him. He's 23 for God's sake, and he's only just getting his first taste of Premier League football. So this is, and again, like I said, this is why we needed a midfielder in the transfer window. They said we wanted more signings, so why didn't we get him? Why didn't we get anyone in? They wanted more signings, so why didn't we do it? So, he needs to be careful writing this off as any other game, because this ain't. It's simple as that.
I've got to move you on, Stephen, to Canners.
I hear what you're saying, Steve. To be honest, I agree with some of the stuff you said. The only thing what I would temper that with is the fact that really and truly, what is Arteta? He has to say those things. He has to say that, hey, you know what? We're going to United. It's another game. You big this game up more than what it really is, and then it's going to get onto the players' minds, and that's essentially what we don't want. Treat it as another game. It is another game. You play the game, not the occasion, as they say. That's the old adage, right? Look, don't get me wrong. It's going to be a big test for the likes of players like Lokonga, because playing in a packed Old Trafford, the first thing what we have to do is silence the crowd. We do that, hey, I think we'll be all right. But the atmosphere is good right now around the club. Everything is coming. We're getting chastised for celebrating. We've got the celebration police coming out, saying that, oh, we can't celebrate goals and we're celebrating like we won the league and all that kind of stuff. listen, if that's the height of, you know, this crap we're getting from the media, then hey, we're doing something right, we're doing something well. So I think Arteta was very measured with what he said, and very he's starting to play the game now as one of those managers that kind of like, you know, is getting more and more comfortable in his role as being a manager at Arsenal. I think he's got a lot to learn, and he will learn, and he's still learning. But watching this team play and watching the pattern of how the team play, there's no coincidence, right, that we're performing the way we are. You might think, yeah, we're struggling and this and that and whatever, but it takes character for a team, yeah, to score a goal, for the opposition to score a goal against you, but for you to then go back and score a goal almost immediately to get yourself back in front. That takes character. And that only happens if the atmosphere within the squad is a good atmosphere. Yeah, that shows togetherness. When they're scoring goals, everyone is going to the goal scorer. All right, whether it's the first goal or the last goal. And that means that there's a great atmosphere. So I understand what you're saying, Steve, in terms of, you know, it's not just any other game. We know as fans, we don't need to hype it up. We need to hype it up as fans, but the manager within his own bubble of the camp and the players, he doesn't need to hype it up. That he's saying that anyway, I think, to his own players. He's not. He's
just trying to keep them calm, isn't he?
Of course. Keep the feet on the ground. It's another game. Look, it's 3 points. Whether you lose 4-0 or you win 4-0, it's 3 points. Whatever way whatever result you're gonna get, you're gonna have to dust yourself off, or you just take to the next game as it comes. And I think he's been pretty smart there. You as I said before, and it's the old term, you play the game, not the occasion, and that's what
you know
the players
what.
have to do.
You know what? I hope on Sunday we can keep the ball as long as Canna's chats. Anyway, Crush, you were going to say something.
Yeah, no, I was just saying this is going to be a very interesting game. I think it's a big game for both sides, a real test for both sides as well. Arsenal, I'm not going to go in on their fans celebrating the fact that they've won the first 5. Like this time last year, they'd lost the opening 3 games in a row. So, you know, they've got a right to celebrate these little wins. Yeah. They're heading in the right direction. What Canners was saying, you know, they've showed real character in some of the results they've pulled off, the manner in which they've come back. They've not won pretty, and that's not something you usually associate with Arsenal. So now that they are able to do that, that's definitely a positive for them. But in the meantime, when you do look at some of those goals, I do think they were somewhat fortunate in 1 or 2 of those occasions, and our defense is looking very good at the moment. So hopefully we will not succumb to such mistakes. And like Omundi touched on earlier, I think the key for us at the moment is system. System is what will see us through this game. You've seen it in 1 or 2 of the goals scored as well. We're scoring team goals now. Everyone's working for each other. Selflessness, that's what it's all about. There is no focal point. We do lack a proper striker, but you know, we'll get to that later. For the here and now, we work with what we have, and yeah, we concentrate on that back 5. Casemiro coming in as bonus. I think this game's going to be way too early for Antony, but yeah.
Does Casemiro start for you guys?
I hope so. I actually can't see too many changes from what we've put out in the last couple of games. I think he's showing consistency now in putting out the same 11. I think we'll see rotation, but in the Europa League. So in the league, I think this is 100%. Pretty much set. Yeah. And I like that because for a long time, we haven't been able to name you like 11 that we just put out. You know, there's never been that differentiation. People don't know if they're coming or going. So that's good to see. Casemiro has been eased in slowly over the last 2 games. This would be the perfect occasion for him to start, but I wouldn't be surprised if he does start on the bench again as well. Antony, I think this game comes too soon for him, but it would be nice to see him on the bench at least. But yeah.
So we're gonna breeze through our quote from our manager because I'm running out of time at the moment, and I've got to do my predicted 11 as well. So on here on Monday, we're just going to talk. Oh, sorry, wrong one.
No, it's the right one. You had it right first time.
No, we've got it right.
we
44 in the
Okay,
chat.
no, it's all right. We'll hit Elite Manager.
Yeah, 44 in the chat, guys. If you're new to the channel, give us a subscribe. If you're not new, just give us a like and share the content, please.
Okay, so Ten Hag explains why he thinks Man United are making good steps after the opening the season with consecutive defeats to sit bottom of the Premier League table. The Red Devils have responded with 3 Premiership wins in a row to climb up to 5th place. Ten Hag's team will be hoping to maintain that momentum when leaders Arsenal visit Old Trafford on Sunday. And the Dutchman admits he has seen positive signs from his squad in recent games. The 52-year-old wants to continue seeing improvement as United look to challenge for a top 4 spot this season. I have seen some good stuff, he said in a pre-match press conference. It's more than details, but I see structures are coming. We are constructing, and that's good to see. But we have to do that and improve from game to game. That is work on the training ground, that is work on video, and that is work in the games. It's about formation, about getting and creating lines and making the right decisions. But also the decisions on the ball and out of possession, we are making good steps. We have to have a base, but there are still a lot of room for improvement. There you go.
Thank you. So I'm going to come to just the United guys. I'm not going to get too caught up in this. So Omundi, from those quotes, what do you take from that?
Look, the guy's coming to English football. I don't know about his English. There's question marks where he speaks good English, and he's still got that Dutch, pidgin Dutch he's talking in a way. I like how he speaks. He's very direct. He's been put under pressure. As manager of Man United, you're going to be asked a lot of questions, which some might be annoying, and I think he has to be dismissed them. Just focus on the team, and that's what he's doing right now. He's made he showed a lot of character at the moment by dropping Maguire, by keeping Ronaldo on the bench, by not playing Casemiro, even though it cost 60 million, by maybe not playing Antony at the weekend as well. And that gives a lot of encouragement to all the players. Players like Scott McTominay, who's come on leaps and bounds this season and really is performing his best. You don't want to kill someone's buzz, blow their buzz by dropping them off just because a £60 million best DM in world football comes into the side. That's what shows a good manager. So I like what he's doing there. I like his quotes. I like listening to him. From day one when he came in, you could tell this guy's worth listening to. And we've even got his book. I've got a copy here for you, Eric, if you want to come and collect it.
I will be picking it up.
And you will collect on Sunday because you're coming to my living room and we're going to watch the game as a live watch along. Yourself and Mr. B and Cadders, if you're in the area, you're welcome too. If we can fit you in,
I'd love to, but I can't.
Wait! Arsenal are running. Okay. Arsenal fans are running. Hear that?
Okay, so overall, I'm very impressed with the manager. I've been super impressed with him since he's come in all facets of managing, whether it's player management, man management, whether it's tactical, whether, like he's mentioned there, he's talking a lot of tactical stuff you wouldn't have heard from Oli Solskjaer. Talking about the lines and talking about construction and all that kind of things. That's what I love to hear in a manager. So I'm going to invite him onto the show as soon as possible and get him on the eye test with me in bath time.
I know. I was going to say, just like Omundi's going to be having to watch it in his own room. He's got to travel too far to get there, isn't he? Living in London.
That joke was as struck me as the pitch at Fulham against Klopp.
Yeah. Brush.
Yeah, I think it was very eye-opening for him the first 2 game weeks arriving in the Premier League, and he's made adjustments accordingly and he's learning. So what more can we ask for?
Yeah, I think, like you said, his quotes and how he presents himself, I think when you listen to it, sometimes the media, and I think the media does this with people who they believe don't really speak great English, so they misunderstand communication, so they can go then and print certain things in the paper when it actually isn't what the interpretation, what they're meant to have said. So it blows out of proportion completely. So I think he's settling in. He's made a few mistakes, probably first and second game. He's learned from it and he's adapting to it now. So guys, Omundi's going to go through some of these comments quickly, and after that, we are going to be doing my 11.
Okay, I'm going to start with the wonderful Tony Fox. How you doing? He said, Matty Turner, masterclass incoming. Why not? This is called supporting a player that plays for the club. You claim to support by trust the process. I don't know what that's about. Vincent saying, hi, Arsenal fans. Just a warning. Tell your folks not to come to Old Trafford on Sunday. Okay.
Yeah, there was a protest. There was a protest.
Sorry,
yes.
I'm just reading. So we've got a few teams here, which obviously solo 11's coming up. De Gea in goal from bath time. Dalot, Varane, Martinez, Malacia, same centre backs. Scott, Casemiro, Ericsson, Bruno on the right wing, and Sancho and Ronaldo. We've got another one for Stuart Marshall, who sent De Gea, Dalot, Varane, Martinez, Malacia, Casemiro, Bruno, Ericsson,
Forgot about Ericsson.
Sancho, Ronaldo, and Antony. Gavin Ward saying Dalot, De Gea in goal, obviously. Same back four. Casemiro, Fred, Ericsson, Antony, Rashford, Sancho. So we've got a lot of variations here. Got a good comment here from TalkMU. He says, I'm hoping we test Arsenal's ability to stay focused. If we get into their heads with pure shithousery tactics.
That's a good point.
You ain't got those players. You haven't got those players to do those tactics.
Scott, rugby. We've been rugby tackling you boys.
He's probably the only one, but anyone else, I couldn't see any of your players doing any of those tactics, to be fair.
Well, Fernando,
Yeah, not like you like some of your Phil Nevilles and your Paul Scholes and
what are you trying to say?
And Anderson
class
and
players.
Those players.
I will just say I did have some pizza today as well. So.
Listen, anything to do with the thing. There is Ty. I don't think I've seen this gentleman before on Monday.
So we'll say hi to Roadman Ty. Obviously, he's got a picture of Ty from AFTV. He's saying Paul Turney will be ref on Sunday. He was born in Manchester.
That cannot be right, because they don't allow that. They don't allow you to be a
He
ref.
could support Man City. Don't worry about it.
No, but they don't allow it. Even obviously, if there is a chance that he does support Man City, then he would go against you, right? They don't.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they don't do that. But.
So Box is saying Martinez is a thug, but the stylish thug. That's another one to add to your list there, McTominay and Martinez. Trevor, Matthew Bassett saying Martinez and Casemiro can shithouse all day, and Bath Time saying Martinez, Casemiro, and McTominay will run through Arsenal like a Imodium.
You got this. You got a question from Gavin Ward as well.
Gavin Ward saying, question for you, Arsenal lads. What are your feelings on the American owner? Obviously, we hate ours.
Well, just basically just a nutshell, like 10-second, guys, please.
Drew's still out. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Stephen.
I want out.
Okay.
I'm not sure you can answer that question in 10 seconds, Solo.
Yeah. I'm just saying they've let their club fall to the ground, so and we've had to slowly bring it back.
It's like asking, what's the meaning of life? Yes or no?
Well, I'm running out. You know what? I'm actually running out of time. That's why. And we can
win the league. I still want them out.
Yeah.
We want Solo's 11. Come on, the highlight of the show.
There you go. Solo 11. So let's kickstart with the Arsenal boys. Stephen, let's go from bottom to straight to the top. Go on.
For my
That's the United. So who basically, I should have asked this question. Who you probably looking most forward to your team going up against?
I'm looking forward to Saliba tackling Rashford. He will have him on toast. In terms of, I like to see Jesus to see what he's got against Varane and Martinez with his movement off the ball.
Yeah,
Rolls Royce Varane, by the way. Rolls Royce Varane, yeah. Rolls Royce.
I'm hoping Smith I could just slot in that turn arm straight away. Fit quite well into there. But yeah, the main worry for me is the midfield, and with Jadon Sancho, and I think it's Elanga on the right there. But Jadon Sancho on the left going up against Ben White, that's going to be a test for me, and I don't think that's going to turn out very well.
Okay, Canners.
I can't wait for Saka and Martinelli to go get up against your fullbacks. For us, that would be, and Jesus' movement. I'm confident with Jadon Sancho up against Ben White. To be honest, at this moment, the only reason I say that is because one-on-one, Ben White's good. Look, against arguably right now the best winger in the country on form, SHAH. Ben White shackled him. So I don't have no fear there. My only fear is that Ilanga doesn't play, and you play Antony. A bit of an unknown quantity. The fact is that Tierney, he was probably our worst player at the weekend, and that was his first 90 minutes in what, about five months or so. So it showed. There was a lot of ring rust there. So if I think for us that could be a weak link. Whoever plays on your right hand side up against Tierney.
Brush, I'm reading some of Bath Time's comment here about me. Brush, what do you think of this team lineup? I'm getting stitched up.
What's that? Sorry,
I'm getting stitched up. What? Who would you change in this team?
I'd probably put Eriksen in there. I actually don't think there's going to be much changes to what we've seen. So yeah.
Has Fred been playing for you lot? Sorry, I'm a bit ignorant. I've been obviously just watching my own team.
No,
I don't really
Fred's
care
been
about
coming
United.
off as a
But
sub. I'll tell you the reason why I put Fred in it is because I think this will be a game that would suit Fred because of the energy he carries.
But you're at home.
Arsenal. Yeah, it doesn't matter if we're playing home. We've been terrible all last season. It's only a couple of games we did okay.
Yeah, but you're supposed to be confident and you're at home. Why are you? I don't get that. Why would you put Fred in if Eriksen is working for you lot?
I mean, the only reason I can think of is perhaps fitness related, because Eriksen, does need to get rotated out.
He's played all 4 games so far.
Yeah, but then for this one, I would argue at the same time, why not start with him and then he'll get his rest when the Europa rolls around next Thursday. It's one of those.
Yeah, good one. On Monday.
Yeah, just want to go back to that point about Ben White that I think Canners was making about Jadon Sancho, those two battle there. And he gave it an example that SHAH is someone who just runs at you, drive at you all the time. I think Sancho's more intelligent than that. He's more of a creative playmaker kind of winger. And I think he can play triangles around the player to get yards on the player, to beat a man. And he's a team player, so I think it's a bit different. He's a bit different proposition than SHAH, who's going to.
In that case, then put Tomiyasu on him, and Tomiyasu will have him for sushi.
Well, he did last time. I remember Tomiyasu really. He tried to go at Tomiyasu last game, and Tomiyasu just said, "Get off," and just won the ball back with ease.
One-on-one, Tomiyasu is probably our best defender.
Yeah, I would rather Tomiyasu as well.
I'm disappointed. There's a lot of Fred comments in the solo. They're all disappointed with you. Fred should not be starting. We've seen Eriksen and McTominay, and I think those two should start once again because they haven't done anything to them put wrong in the last 3 games. And I think they've been brilliant in a block, especially against Arsenal. I think Eriksen needs to be in there and get the ball at his feet and play it to one of these forward guys, and will stretch their defence. All right, granted, their defence, they've got individual players who are very good, but as a unit, I think we're much better than them because the system, once again, will dominate them. That's just my opinion on it. And as for you talking about Saliba, well, we've got Varane, who's a lot more experienced, and he's been using his staff to shepherd people away from goal with ease. In last game, especially, played really well. So I'm really impressed with our lineup without Fred. And put Eriksen and McTominay in, and I think that's enough to win the game.
Okay, guys, I'm going to quickly and okay then. Thank you, Stuart. Listen,
you need to show that up to put that one in, and he's got to take a video of that.
He's got to take a video.
I'm not sure I want you to win this bet, Stuart.
Yeah. This one here, I'm on there. I've not seen him on the chat before.
So rate DR, I'm going to say it as that. He says Ronaldo should start. Rashford brings nothing, and if you want to play Rashford, change him for Elanga.
Welcome to the channel. I have not seen you on the channel before. Right, guys, can you guys just give me? We're going to go on to score prediction. So get your score prediction in the chat now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Arsenal guys and ask them about their lineup, their starting 11. So Stephen, your first starting 11.
Great with all the injuries.
2 injury.
Well, we don't know if Ramsdale's going to be fit or not. So I would suggest he's not fit at the minute. So that means Turner in goal. Tomiyasu on the right. It would have to be for me. I just feel immediately he's the better right back for me in that position. I would put then Saliba, Gabriel, Tierney, Xhaka, Lokonga. Can't really start Vieira in this game as his first game. No way. Then the front three, because of the injuries to Odegaard, you can't really move Martinelli to the right and play Smith on the left because Odegaard's injured. So Smith would have to go in the middle and Martinelli on the left, Saka on the right, and it would have to be Jesus up top.
Okay, and let's go to Canners.
I think I pretty much concur. The only difference I would say is that he would probably start with White at right back, simply because he has been starting there at right back. However, he did go off quite early, so I'm not sure if that's precaution or whether there was a slight. So in that case, Tomiyasu easily slots in. So yeah, Ramsdale if fit, Saliba, Gabriel, Tierney left back, White, Sambi Lokonga, Xhaka, Odegaard, ESR if Odegaard's not fit, and the front three picks itself: Saka, Jesus, and Martinelli.
Right, guys, there is 35 in the chat. If you're new to the channel, give us a subscribe, and now just give us a like if not. So guys, what we want to do now is we want to go and find out what is your score prediction, and Abed, we'll do that afterwards. So let's go to Rush. Actually, no, let's go to the Arsenal guys. Stephen, your score prediction, please.
Oh God, do I have to be first?
Yeah, you do.
Should I be biased or should I just go realistic?
Just go with your open. Go with your be open, mate. Just be honest.
I'm gonna say a draw would be a good result with the injuries we've got, but I think
You're top of the league. Come on.
No, but it's because of the injuries we have.
What's the score then?
But I'm gonna
What's
go.
the score?
I'm gonna. Do you know what? I'm gonna say 2-2. There's gonna be a lot of goals in this.
Desmond.
Yeah. If it was gonna be biased, I'd say we get the third winner.
Yeah, go on. Just if you want to go.
Yeah, I'll go
3-2.
Go on then, 3-2 Arsenal. We get the last winner.
Canners.
3-1 Arsenal.
Brush.
1-0 United.
We're scoring.
That's an Omundi scoring, isn't
scoring.
it? That's an Omundi scoring, man. 1-0, see the game out. If only he'd been saying that for the last two games. Monday.
I'm going for 3-0. I think the last two games we kept a clean sheet and we've had opportunity to win 3-0, but we haven't taken our chances. I think against Arsenal, a different proposition, their team like to play football on the ground, and I think we are set up to exploit that. So I'm saying we're going to win 3-0 and keep another clean sheet and send them back in.
Okay. I'm going to go with my obvious. I'm going 3-1. We're not going to keep a clean sheet, but I'm confident we will. This is probably the first game. This is the first game in probably about 3 seasons I'm actually looking forward to for the first time, because I can see something different. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go through some of the comments quickly. Amanda, would you mind just flying through some of those, please?
They're mainly score lines. Box is saying 2-0 United. Stuart Marshall saying 2-1 to United. Vincent saying 5-0 to United. Half time saying 2-0, 1 goal each half, and a clean sheet. Matthew Bassett saying 2-0 again. He's got the scorers as well. 2-1 from Gopal to Manchester United. Abed saying it's going to be 3-2 to win to United. 2 goals. He's actually got the goal scores as well. You can read in there. Mr. B saying 2-1 to United. Rate DR saying 3-2 to United, I hope. Emma saying 2-1 to United. Matthew Bassett saying Arsenal in a false position. 4-0 says Paddy to United. Box is saying Martial, Mengi, Shawshire, Pelestri, Tanzabi, Jones are all injured. These are all injured players. They're not first team players though. Mr. B's saying screaming about injuries before the game starts. So suggesting that
Come on, man, they're big players that we got injured.
Yeah, they're massive game changing.
Premier River.
I know we're not crying. It's a squad game, so I'm comfortable still.
It's a huge void, I think. Like I say, those
Trust
players.
me, I'm not gonna use my injuries as an excuse with it.
No.
Okay, so 3-0 from Gavin.
You missed that one on Monday, 8-2 Arsenal.
Yeah. I was going to read it, but you guys were talking. But it was on screen.
Yeah.
And any more scores? No, not many scores. But yeah, everyone's looking forward to the game. It's been a really good show. We've got 52 in the comments right now, 52 watching. It's because it's a massive game, and it still, to me, gets me excited. So make sure you tune in to Man United Agenda on Sunday to the watch-along from our living room.
Yep, 52 in the chat, guys. If you're new to the channel, just give us a subscribe. If you're not new, you know what to just give us a like. Right, let's find out where we can find these gentlemen from. So, Stephen, sir, can you tell the whole wide world what they can find you on?
Well, you can find me on SVB TV. We do Arsenal and Premier League content. I do have another channel, SVBF1, which does F1 content as well. And but SVB TV, what it does is not just talks about Arsenal and Premier League content, so everything else that is in the Premier League. But it raises money for Children's Liberties Foundation. Every single penny that we make from every stream goes to the charity, and that's every single penny. And so we're nearly towards 3K now, £3,000 on that. So, yeah, and that can only be done if you guys come over, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you do that for Man United Agenda, of course, because these are my brothers here, as always. And yeah, thanks for having us on.
You're welcome, sir, as always. And absolute amazing job you're doing over there as well with the charity as well, mate. So big up as well with that. And
come tune into my watching.
Yeah, and this is one of our sisters channel, brothers channel as well, the Armory TV. Brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles, isn't it? Brothers, aunts, sisters, uncles, we're together in this.
Yeah, we're your big brother, yeah. Actually, no, sorry, we're your dad.
Damn.
Yeah. No. Thanks so much for letting me come onto your show. You know, got enough love for you guys. Omundi, Errol, bless. Yeah, you can find me Canada's2204 on Twitter, but more than often on the Armory TV. Myself, there's a few other members on the channel who give nothing but great content, speaking all things Arsenal. Listen, and sometimes Errol and Omundi have featured on our channel as well. So yeah, listen, that's myself. Canada's2204 on Twitter, and obviously on the Armory TV. That's where you can find us. So big thank you for letting me come into your stream today, guys. Respect.
Big up, as always. Brosh, I'm going to say where you're from, but we know what you're going to always say anyway, so it's fine, but we like to do this anyway.
You can find me right here, guys. You can find me right here. Outside of that, it's Brushy87 on Twitter. And that's about it.
And it's capital as well, by the capital letters. Okay, thank you. Like guys, as I said, 39 in the chat. It's gone well over our bedtime. But what I want to do is I want to make sure you guys leave this stream in. 39 in the chat, 43 in the chat now, should I say, and go and join the takeaway. And the reason why you need to join the takeaway, because I think that's going to be a fantastic show tonight. Join Mr. B and TalkMU, and I said Dom P's there, Matthew Bassett will be there as well, and Stoney will be there as well. And I'm going to go over there and give the Liverpool fans absolutely hell after this. So Stoney, if you're watching, you know I'm coming for you. But guys, any last word on Monday?
Yeah, he said that we're his daddy. So Vincent's come back and said Canna's looking like living in a carrier bag, and there was comments there from Bath Time talking about is Canna's living in his loft or an attic or something like that. So he's the boogeyman.
I'm banished, man. I'm banished.
Yeah, that was a good one, Canners. We owe you one for that, Daddy.
We owe you. But guys, from us at the Money Agenda, as I said, we are a community, and we'd like to, you know, everyone's comments in it. If we didn't read certain comments out, guys, there were so many comments with your involvement, and just as Omundi said, just tune in for the takeaway. We've got so many shows. We've got the eye test as well. So make sure you tune in for that. And we shall be back on, when we're back, Sunday at is it 4:30 kickoff?
We'll pop up wine and you lot will be drinking super tenants, innit?
I'll be drinking more than that, mate.
In case we lose,
Yeah, exactly. Guys, from us at the Man United Agenda.
I want to say hi to Arsenal fan Tyrone as well.
Big up.
Greenford. Big up to you, man. Enough respect for tuning in.
Long time no see. But guys, from us, we've gone well over bedtime, as I said, because Mr. B and Talk might be cussing us at the moment because they need to go live now as well. So guys, from us, good night.